The Evergreen Portfolio is where you create a business, a vision, a mission, and a strategy around your investments, and you manage and grow it so that it becomes this financial vehicle that can support your family today and then also in the future for future generations. If you want to hear me break down the 4 pillars at a high level and give you the strategy, you can then go to episode 35 through 38. I did 4 episodes on expertise. Expertise is the first pillar, where you build your skills to a level of expertise that you can build a brand and a business around them. My friend Bart Finelli, who built incredible expertise, traded that for equity, and now he's building a business around this expertise that he's built. The second one is equity. We trade our time and talent for equity as technology employees. And so this second pillar of equity is, how do you do that strategically? How do you position yourself as this asset and trade it at the best companies, thinking like an investor? You can go to episode 27 where I break down equity. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the third pillar, which is the Evergreen Portfolio. If you've executed 1 and 2, your expertise and equity, then you have substantial means that you need to put to work in a strategic way so that it can provide you the benefits. Why is this important to technology employees? So many technology employees that I speak with in and around investing don't understand that their portfolio is really this business that should be doing the most work for them. And it's really thinking of it as your future source of income and also your future source of benefits. If you build this portfolio strategically, what it provides to you is the ability to take sabbaticals, work when you want to work, being able to take downtime between roles so that you can be more choosy and make better decisions about the companies that you go to work for. Right now, in these choppy times when you have jobs and divisions being eliminated very rapidly, you want to have that failover and redundancy to be able to support you. A well-run, managed portfolio can provide these things. If you have this business outside of your regular 9 to 5, it also creates this phenomenal framework where your work becomes purposeful, meaning that when you're at work and you're earning that paycheck, and it may not be incredibly stimulating, it may not be hitting on all cylinders, you realize that the effort there is towards your main purpose, which is building this portfolio that can be this future of where you're going to eventually manage that full time. And this is the vision that I want to share with all the technology employees, because this is the stuff that's not taught. What's not taught, and why this podcast was created, so that we can have transparent, honest conversations, because you see people doing this. And the more that I talk to technology leaders, technology employees, there are many financially savvy people that have a clear strategy for their portfolio that lets them achieve these results. And I'm going to break down 2 key things. Number 1, the mindset of your portfolio as a business. And this is critical, and this is where many people go wrong. And I want to make sure you get it right, is how do you think about this evergreen portfolio strategically and have the right mindset towards it so that you will get the result that you want. Why do people fail? Many people fail at this endeavor, and it's for a number of reasons. And I think it's important that we call those out first. People look at the media, they see this loud voice, and they think that that's the only way to do it. Meaning that whether it's the FIRE movement, unattractive as far as I'm concerned, where you are putting a lot of investment into index funds, you're managing your expenses very tightly, and then you get to a point where you have this portfolio that you drain 4% every year, and you pray that it grows faster than that. That's how I interpret that strategy. And I've done a lot of research. I've tried to understand how that could work. Or you look at and you see the voice of your traditional wealth manager. They can just operate in traditional investments, stocks, bonds, money market accounts, CDs. They can't operate outside of that. And so they tell you, here's the box. People fail because they hear these loud voices and they think that's it. Many people can't get comfortable having conversations and leaning into people that have built real wealth, that are living the lifestyle that they want. want and figuring out how to get there. They don't give their portfolio purpose. They treat it as a collection of investments. And I've seen people that are very savvy, putting different things together, trying different investments, getting smart and learning how to invest in one way, but they're not looking at the whole and managing it as a business that they see themselves, ultimately it's taking care of them. It becomes the main source of income for them and their family. And so it's these three main reasons that I see people fail.